Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have Odell Beckham Jr. here in Dallas, and with that, we're kind of starting to get more information that it is changing the dynamic of how we feel about bringing in Odell Beckham Jr. into this team with the current situation that we're in. Now, for those that don't know, there has been leaked information from several media sources. I'm going to talk about what that means in just a moment that we'll get into. Now, before we begin, if you can like this video, that'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell. And also, if you want to support the channel further, hit the join button, become a channel member, and support the channel on a monthly basis. Now look, the fact of the matter is that the Dallas Cowboys are interested in bringing in Odell. There's no question about it. They do want to add a guy like him to the roster. Really, what the question is okay, where is he at physically? Does he have an ability to be still what he once was? Can he get time to be worked in? And what are the ideal situations moving forward? Right, because he wants a multi-year deal. The Cowboys, I personally think did a fantastic job at giving him the rundown of what it would be like to be a Cowboy. You know, I think they went to a Mavs game, and I think the Mavs beat the Suns, which is impressive. It was funny because there was a clip of Luka Doncic hitting a three, and, you know, it looked like that OBJ wasn't very impressed with it. I think he was rooting for the Suns. I don't know what. But with that being said, there is a lot of stuff going into this. And so we're now hearing media outlets that we are accustomed to hearing in Dallas come out with more information. You have Mr. First Question, David Moore, going out saying that, hey, OBJ might not be ready till 2023. Now, what we have to keep in mind is that 2023 is when the playoffs start. So I know a lot of people don't remember that, and I'm not trying to insinuate that that is anything good, but I've been a big thing where you need to have a ramp-up period for him. And to be real, if you think that he can provide more than what Noah Brown or James Washington can, then by all means, sign him, bring him in, and let's go from there. But this is going to be a precarious situation for Dallas. They're trying to do their due diligence, as much as it seems like a dumb thing to say because of how ad nauseum we've said it. The Dallas Cowboys have done their part. They looked at the physical side of things. They requested for him to do a workout/drill session, and I think he declined. And then on 105.3 The Fan, when Jerry was asked, oh, like, you know, do you have any idea of what's going to happen here? He paused for a long time. And usually Jerry doesn't do stuff like that. So I'm kind of sitting here saying to myself, and I'm not trying to say like the Cowboys are fine as is, because yeah, they can use another weapon. That's stupid to say that they can't. But here's the thing that a lot of people miss. If you've been following the Cowboys for as long as I have, I've been covering the team since the 2015 season. Really, I've been covering the team for over a decade now, if we go further back before YouTube. And this is how the Cowboys do things. In the last decade, they negotiate through the media, right? You've seen it with Dak Prescott. You've seen it with DeMarcus Lawrence. You've seen it with plenty of free agents. They always negotiate through the media. Why do they do that? It's because they're trying to lower the price point to make it more financially incentivized for the Cowboys to make a move, right? Like, okay, Odell, you want 3 years, $30 million and guaranteed however much, but I think we're going to just do a 3-year deal. The last year will be an option. Like, they're trying to lower the price point as much as they can. Now, do I think OBJ is going to be a Cowboy? I don't know. I really don't know, and I honestly don't care at this point. But this is the question that you also have to answer, right? If you do your due diligence and you firmly believe that OBJ is going to be a player that's going to help you in 2023, that season and beyond, and you think that you can't get a better option in the draft, because again, when you're building a team, it's not just what can you do for this season, it's about what can you do over the next 2 to 3. If Odell can be your wide receiver 3 or 2 or whatever the hell for 2 to 3 seasons, and you feel that none of the guys on your roster are the answer for that position, then you sign him. Right? It makes sense. You're not going to have to give Dalton Schultz money. Noah Brown's going to be a free agent. What, are you going to bring Noah Brown back? Are you going to bring James Washington back? Those are questions you have to answer. If you feel that those guys are not the answer and you think Jalen Tolbert is not ready yet, but you think you can bring in Odell and he can do the bare minimum, that's fine. And again, if the Cowboys sign him and he's a bust of a free agent, when's the last time we've had that mistake happen? Shit happens, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh, well, at least the Cowboys did this, that, and the third. I just think that on the principle of signing him, I think that it's an endorsement to your players to go get this thing. That's what I'm looking at. I think the Cowboys need to have a splash signing that players are advocating for to be that push-in that we've been waiting for. I think that's the thing that bothers me, is that the Cowboys are like, yeah, we're fine. Which, that's okay. Like, if you firmly believe that, then lay in the bed that you made. But I think what will make this year different is if you do sign OBJ, which I still think at this juncture you should, with the indications of how next season is going to be looking like, then what I personally think you do is you sign him and then you give him a ramp-up period. If he's going to play in that first playoff game, again, even if his first game back is against Washington, which, by the way, that's next year in 2023, and then the playoff game, most likely against Tampa, if you believe he could be better than Noah Brown and provide you something there that's better than Noah Brown, then you sign him. That's the end of it, right? If you think Noah Brown isn't the answer, and you don't think James Washington isn't the answer, and if you don't think that Jalen Tolbert is the answer, then what the hell else is out there other than OBJ? Oh, what, you're going to bring T.Y. Hilton? If you think T.Y. Hilton is better, then by all means go ahead, but I don't believe that for one bit. So the Dallas Cowboys have a critical thing to do here. It's as simple as this. If OBJ gives you secondhand thoughts on signing him, and you feel like if he's not going to be your answer, and you got to look at somewhere else. But I do think that OBJ, even if he doesn't contribute to this season, I think that getting a weapon like him makes it so that you don't have to take a receiver in the next draft and you can focus on other positions. This is why building in free agency is key, because if you add pieces in free agency, then you don't have to be like, all right, guys, I have to go pick a wide receiver with this pick. Or I have to take, like what happened last year. We kind of forced ourselves to take a lineman, right? We didn't go sign any free agents to really be like, and I'm not saying there was anybody spectacular out there, but there were guys out there. So this is what I'm looking at with Jerry and Steven, is that I understand they're being careful, 110%. But you have to think about this in the long haul. Does OBJ fit into those plans? Right? Does this F up the cap for those years? I don't think it does, because realistically, if you're going to try and bring back Dalton Schultz and you're okay with giving him money, I don't see a reason why you can't give the money elsewhere. And also on top of that, I'm not asking Odell to be here for 5 years. I'm asking him to give me 2 productive years or 3 productive years so that my offense has another weapon. That's it. Point blank period. I don't know what you guys have to feel on this. I mean, by all means, put that down in the comment section below, but those are my thoughts. If you think that the answer for wide receiver 3 is not on this roster, you go make the move to add that. If OBJ isn't it, that's okay. Then go get someone else. But you have to answer that. So that's pretty much it for me, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Once again, if you want to be a channel member, hit the join button. And yeah, comment down below your thoughts, because this is getting really interesting. Have a good one, guys. Goodbye.